everybody? I'm Gregg Sussman from the Fantasy Sports Network. Today I'm joined by Drew Dinkmeyer of DailyRoto.com to break down tonight's slate as finally the NBA returns. What's going on, Drew?
I'm excited for this 6-game slate. We got a bunch of teams that are playoff contenders. I've been dying to have the NBA back in my life, so I'm super excited for this 6-game slate.
It's about time. And unfortunately, in Philadelphia, they're missing a piece as Joel Embiid plays in the All-Star game, and unfortunately, then comes down with an injury, little load management there for him. That means Ben Simmons gets to step up. He's certainly a point guard to target on tonight's slate.
Yeah, Simmons is our favorite point guard to target on this slate. This is a price tag that, even if Joel Embiid was in the game, we'd view as a favorable price tag. At $8,700, he's delivered value on our value thresholds, the calculation that we use to measure whether a player's delivered value. He's done that in 56% of games this season. That's the third highest of any of the point guards on the slate, in our opinion. The other couple other guys are guys that are coming off of injury and not expected to play their usual minutes. So really, really good spot for Ben Simmons tonight to pick up the slack without Joel Embiid. In 4 games without him this season, he's averaged nearly 44 FanDuel points per game. We think he's just underpriced at $8,700, and we think he's one of the better plays at the position.
Definitely one of the better players at the position, and like you said, even with Joel Embiid in the lineup, without Joel Embiid in the lineup, he was someone you love tonight. So I think he's someone you have to get in there, obviously. At the shooting guard position, you look at all the values on the board, and there's not as many as you'd hope for, but there may not be a better value than Caris LeVert.
Yeah, this is a slate where you're looking for a lot of salary relief if you can find it. And Caris LeVert is one of these guys that's just naturally underpriced because he was absent with an injury for so long, and he's kind of worked his way back. That final game before the All-Star break, they got him up to 30.5 minutes or so. Some of those minutes were the result of overtime. They played a triple overtime game against the Cavaliers right before the break, but he only played 3.5 minutes in overtime. So 27 regulation minutes, which is right around where we're projecting him now. He's leading that second unit in usage, having the ball in his hands a ton because there's no Spencer Dinwiddie, so they can fully stagger both D'Angelo Russell and Caris LeVert, getting tons of opportunities for LeVert. We view him as like a 7K-ish player when he's fully healthy and getting minutes up into the 30-minute range. He's priced at $5,800 tonight. He looks like one of the better values for us at the position.
There you go, one of the top shooting guard value plays tonight for Brooklyn as they face off against the Trailblazers tonight. Small forward, there's a couple of different ways that you can go. You could obviously pay up to the Giannis or the LeBron, or you could go for a value guy. What are you thinking, Drew?
Yeah, I think certainly you want to consider spending all the way up on a Giannis or LeBron. Those guys are clear spends for us at the small forward position. But if you need salary relief to make those guys work, we think Gerald Green is really interesting for Houston. No James Ennis, no Iman Shumpert. Ennis no longer with the team. Shumpert dealing with an injury that'll keep him out of the game. We've got Gerald Green projected for mid-20s minutes, and he's always been a guy that's been a good point per minute producer. He's an athletic dude who can get steals and blocks. He's not afraid to shoot, and he's just 3,700. So if you need salary relief at a thin, small forward position, Gerald Green is our guy tonight.
Pairing up Gerald Green with a LeBron or with a Giannis could be a route to success. Tonight, Gerald Green, one of the true values on the table for you tonight. Power forward spot, we mentioned Joel Embiid's out. That's why we like Ben Simmons. But we like Jimmy Butler, and I think that's why you have to like Tobias Harris as well.
Yeah, there's simply just a ton of usage to fill with Joel Embiid's absence. I mean, he was a guy that was putting up a 33 plus usage rate over the last 10 games. So just a ton of opportunity to be filled. And Tobias Harris is one of those guys who can fill it. The power forward position doesn't have a ton of depth to it. He's priced in the low 7,000s, a really, really attractive price tag. Yes, he's not got the same role that he had most of the season with the Clippers, which is one that was facilitating, basically a fantasy breakout season from him. But that role should be closer to what it was like with the Clippers when you remove Joel Embiid from the situation. So at the power forward spot, Tobias Harris is one of our favorite plays on the slate.
Anybody in Philly will work. Tobias Harris at power forward certainly fits that bill. We finally get to center. And outside of Ben Simmons, no real true superstar. No Harden in here, no Giannis, no LeBron. That center, well, this is where we'll pay up a little bit.
You certainly can. There's a lot of ways to build at the center position. And I know, Greg, you're a big fan of Boban Marjanovic.
Sure am.
Who, if he's in the starting lineup as a punt play, he's a fantastic value option as well. But We think Yusuf Nurkic might go a little bit overlooked on this slate. The matchup with Brooklyn is great. They rank 29th in defensive efficiency against opposing centers. They struggle with, big interior presences, which is really what Yusuf Nurkic is. It's a competitive game environment in Brooklyn. Nurkic, had that long layoff at the All-Star break, just like most other players did, but wasn't involved in any of the All-Star festivities, whereas Dame Lillard was. So we think there might be a little bit of usage to be had in this particular matchup. So if you're not taking the salary relief value with Boban, then I think you want to consider spending all the way up to Yusuf Nurkic.
As we said, a couple of different ways that you can go. Yusuf Nurkic, that's one of them. The fun one, that's Boban. Hopefully they do the right thing in Philly and start him tonight. A lot of good plays on tonight's slate, and even if there weren't, you'd be playing because finally the NBA is back. And just as excited as you are, we cannot wait either. Before you set your lineups for good, make sure you head on over to dailyroto.com and get all of the latest up-to-date information before those lineups lock. Drew, thanks so much for joining me, man.
Thanks so much, Greg.
We've had so much fun. We'll do it all again tomorrow as well. Good luck tonight. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you then.